Well, we're a man down, but that's all right. We're going to get through this. I'm Beau Monse. She's Monse Bolaños. We're going to talk about the biggest news in sports, I would say. Shohei Ohtani's return to the mound, a discussion on what it means to be a rival, and then one guy who's blowing us all away at the plate right now. Let's get into it.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. The Dodgers Zone.
Cortez delivers. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone! Gibby, meet Freddie. Game 1 of the World Series.
The sickest LA Dodgers podcast.
Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. If you have a sombrero, throw it to the sky.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
It's gonna be sick.
That never gets old.
It really doesn't.
It does not.
I agree.
Hi, everybody. As you can see, no Ryan Bertringer this week.
No.
Don't know where he is.
Yes,
Probably,
he's
probably
getting
lost.
for his wedding, so that's why he's not here.
Yeah. No, we're very happy for Ryan.
Yes.
I got to be honest, though. I'm stressed out
About
this
his wedding?
so I can only imagine how he's feeling right now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, can we get this weekend through? Can we just get through this weekend, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're stoked for that. So he's not here, but we are. And of course, we're going to get right into it because the biggest story in sports, I think, happened yesterday with Shohei Ohtani's return to the mound that came out of the blue. I texted you and Ryan because we had John Palmarosi on one of our shows at Fox Sports Radio, and he was like, I think, there's a real chance that Ohtani could be back before Glasnow and Snell. And in my mind, I'm like, well, that's disastrous because Ohtani's not going to be back till after the All-Star break.
Yep.
So John Paul, as always, owned us. He owned me, at least. He knows what he's talking about. Ohtani just was like, I'm back. I'm coming back. And he pitched one inning yesterday. And to me, was everything I wanted to see. I loved what I saw from Shohei. I don't care about what happened. I don't care about the results. Even though the results were good, they were fine. He was great. One run in your first game back in 2 years now?
Yep.
A year and a half? Great. Awesome job. Touched 100.
Twice.
Yeah, you could not complain about that outing for Ohtani. So it was really great to see, and the electricity around the stadium, I'm sure, was insane.
The way you just said, the biggest story in sports, it really was. And it came out of nowhere. And I worked at the stadium. I was always supposed to work at the stadium the day of for a pregame tour. And when this came out, it was we got an email and it was all hands on deck. If you're not scheduled and you want to work, come in. We need you. It was, nobody knew, even our security, they also found out, when everybody was finding out. But if you think about it, Beau, it had to be done this way. Can you imagine if there was a week of anticipation of them announcing in 1 week Ohtani? People would lose their minds. It had to happen this way, and people still lost their minds, especially because, in LA, people don't get there right away in the first pitch. They're like, during the first inning. No, you had to be in your seat. So gates opened early. We were sold out for everything possible. It was unreal, the reaction. And I agree with you. I liked what I saw. Yeah, he had a couple of wild pitches, the one that went into the dirt and Will Smith couldn't stop, which is really where they got that run, because that advanced Fernando Tatis to third base. So it wasn't even really a couple of bloopers here, but that's how they scored. He hit 100, like you said. They mentioned how he already had the second fastest pitch for the Dodgers this season, and it was, again, just one inning. I'm with you. I liked what I saw. He looked good. Incredible to watch him finish the inning, literally step off to the side, get his gear, and go lead off to hit. Unreal.
Yep. It's different when he's doing it for your team. It feels much more special.
It's different. doing it for the Dodgers.
Yeah, but yeah, soft contact. No one stung a ball or anything like that. A solid inning. Took 30 pitches, 29 pitches or whatever, but like that's fine. This is like, again, this is why like the Dodgers were the only team he was ever going to sign with. He was not going to go back to Anaheim because Anaheim was not equipped to do what the Dodgers just let him do. He wasn't going to go to Toronto because they're not equipped to do it. The Dodgers were equipped to do it. The Dodgers practiced for that outing in the World Series last year, in the postseason last year. They practiced how that outing for Ohtani coming back would look, because that really should be how they use him, is as a bullpen starter. He should be a bullpen game starter. And if you can get him back to the point where he's starting going 5 or 6 innings, that's great. But for me, he should really be the reverse closer, honestly. You should bring him in for at least the first 2 innings. If you can get him through the lineup for the first time, awesome. But yeah, like right now, 3 innings should be where they stretch him out to, in my opinion. Like for this year, that's where you stretch him out to. And they were doing that last year in the playoffs with all those bullpen games that they either won or punted in the postseason. Like that was preparing for this moment.
I love that idea because I obviously we all want to see him go pitch a complete game. Of course, like who wouldn't want that? But here we are, 2 surgeries later, our designated hitter. So like I like that idea of keeping it small, and maybe we get to see him a few more times. Like maybe he doesn't need the full time to rest. If we keep it to 1, 2, 3 innings, he would be very helpful to this pitching staff, and maybe even extend his arm that way. Because you just, again, 2 surgeries, not ideal, but they I think they were pretty patient with him, even though there's jokes that he's the one who's
he's 100% guiding his 100%. I'm very curious to know how much Dave Roberts knew about his plan to start yesterday. I have a feeling that he just went up to him and was like, hey, I'm going to pitch tomorrow.
Yes.
And the Dodgers don't really have a choice. They can't tell him no at this point. So you say, all right, Shohei, sure, whatever you'd like, sir.
You have to. You're right. So what are you gonna say? No, actually, no. We have enough pitchers right now.
We're gonna let Matt Stauer start this game.
Don't exactly. And then, like, to add to his performance yesterday, like, he struck out in his first at bat right after his first inning back. But then he hit the go-ahead hit, like in the 4th, 5th inning.
Yeah,
you were just like, "Are you kidding me? Like, how are you just so good at all of it? How are you so good at all of it against a big team?" You have to believe that there were nerves, and like good nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone moved their schedule around to come see you.
Oh yeah,
people like called in sick to work.
I think I saw it was like the highest rated MLB TV game ever.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So congrats, Padres. You're part of history. But yeah, like, no, it was just honestly, it's great to see. The Dodgers can market the shit out of that, as they already did. The video of Shohei pitching to Shohei hitting was great.
So good.
Yeah, no, it's a new layer for this team, and it really is important because they were expecting to get him back. I never really got the people that were saying that he shouldn't pitch again. It doesn't make sense to me, because if he can do it, then why wouldn't you let him do it?
Right.
But I think when you say like, oh, he shouldn't pitch again, you're doing it under the assumption that he's going to try to go 7 innings every single night. And I don't think that's plausible. But if he's pitching, like we said, 2, 3 innings and then still being that MVP level hitter that he is, that's the perfect spot for him, I think.
Yeah, how do you not want that? But I do think the people that said that they didn't think he should pitch, it was more of like, I think out of protection, of like, no, why would you make him do that? But it's like you said, he wants to. This is what he pushed his entire career, which was one of the reasons he signed with the Angels when he first joined baseball, because they were willing to let him do that. So it's like, the idea of those that just didn't want to do it, I think it was just to be cautious and to protect him. But it's like, what's the fun in that? Not that I want his arm to fall off, but what is the fun in that?
No,
if you have a unicorn, how are you not going to use it? Are
you gonna ask like Lamar Jackson not to run the ball, like not to extend the pot? Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, no, of course you are. I think it was Dylan Hernandez had an article today where it's, the lead is that hitting is what Ohtani does for fun, and like pitching is what he does like as a profession.
Yep.
And so the Dodgers are kind of getting introduced to that, and you could see that 100% too. Like his demeanor on the mound is much different than it is when he's at the plate. But yeah, no, that was just awesome to see. I'm excited to see more.
And like, let's be real, he could have given up 5 runs.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Nobody would have cared.
Wouldn't care.
Everybody, he would have. It still would have lived up to the moment, even if he gave up 5 runs. And the fact that it didn't go that way, that he was in a pickle and got himself out of it, all of it. I'm with you, Beau. I loved it. I thought it was a great showing. It was just a taste of what is to come. Yeah. And it's exciting. And the fact that we got it unexpectedly and before the All-Star break, I mean, like, how this is, again, just perfect.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing better than that. Will Smith is currently working an epic at bat. He's fouled off like 5 pitches here. Yeah, no, that was great. And like we said, the ratings on MLB TV, the highest I think they've ever been. And of course the Padres are part of that. And then you talking pre-show about something Ben Verlander tweeted out about the Dodgers and the Padres.
Yeah. He made a comment that he's something like, don't quote me exactly, but something like, it's funny how Dodger fans get mad or don't like it when you call the Padres their rival. And I do feel like some Dodger fans don't believe they're a rival. When I get it. Listen, the Giants have been the rival for the longest time. I understand historically. I get all that. But the Giants have sucked for many years. And then the rivalry dies. Like, it's not fun when your rival sucks. I don't care about kicking your ass if you're not good. So that rivalry, although it is historic and it's never going to go away, it will always be a thing. I do think now a more a messy rival, let's say, is the Padres. They have been good. They have stars. They have stars that are annoying. They have Manny Machado, who was a Dodger, who walked away. Bad blood. Bad blood is what this is. Who walked away where I hated him. Then he goes to San Diego, and now he's this great leader in the clubhouse. Get out of my face. Like, get out of my face.
Yeah, I don't buy that at all.
But it's like, let me tell you, was it yesterday or today? We've been really busy at the stadium with just like Ohtani and obviously the Padres. So we have like this VIP tour where you can go down and watch batting practice. And some players come and take pictures and autographs with you. Mm-hmm. And we never know who's going to show up. It's just whoever the players are. And sometimes it's visitors. And the guides that were down for either yesterday or today, but they were like, yeah, Manny Machado came over and he was all smiles and charming and like signed everything and took pictures. And everybody was so, like, all Dodger fans and Padres fans, but they were like, he was so charming. And I was like, don't tell me that. No. I don't hear that.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. He still owes that fan his contract.
He does. He does.
Owes it. He owes it to him twice, I believe. Oh my God. I know the rule is to not talk about live sports while we're doing this, but Will Smith's at bat just now. First pitch, foul ball. Second pitch, ball. Third pitch, foul ball. Foul ball, foul ball. Sixth pitch, ball. Foul, 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 foul. 5 foul balls in a row. Took a ball on pitch 11, and he hit pitch 12 for a 2-run home run. So the Dodgers are currently up 5-3.
Are you kidding me, Will Smith?
That's an insane at bat. Will Smith, who needs to start the All-Star game. We'll get into the All-Star game more later on, but he should easily start the All-Star game.
Yes.
You might have convinced me, honestly, through that whole thing that they might be a rival, but I don't want to say that I get mad when they suggest it, but I do think it is still like little brother, big brother type of rivalry.
And
where like I think Padres fans are just little gnats. Like, that's how I view them. They're the most annoying fan base on Twitter by far. And I know they would say the same about the Dodgers fans, and I will admit the Dodger fans are very annoying.
Yeah.
But Padres fans, they cry about everything. Like, they cry that they don't get enough media attention. Like, they were upset that the Dodgers got so many social media posts last night. And it's like, I'm sorry, but you don't have Shohei Ohtani on your team. Like, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's been too long where these two teams have been playing each other in high leverage games that matter, where you can't say that it's not a rivalry. I just don't know. I don't put it at the level of like the Giants, obviously, and nothing will ever be that high. I don't like the Giants. I don't like their fans. I don't like them as players. I hope that Rafael Devers gains 600 pounds in the Bay eating garlic fries. More than he already does. I don't know if Jeff Schwartz, our colleague over at Fox Sports Radio, he's a Giants fan. I tune out, like when they start talking about baseball on Sunday mornings, I can't listen to him because he's a Giants fan and he takes jabs at the Dodgers. It drives me up the wall. I do not like Giants fans, and Giants fans do not like us. But like the Padres, it's just, we've been doing this now for, I think, since 2020 now, right? Or they've been good enough to be in the postseason regularly. Like, and to pat us on the back, Ryan and I called that year that they were going to be a good team finally. But like, yeah, we've just been playing these guys for too long, and we both have won postseason series over them. The Dodgers finish the job when they do. So take that.
Yeah.
But like bad blood, 100%. Like you can't tell me there's no bad blood. Like these guys do not like each other. Giants and Dodgers, like they're still one of my like fondest baseball memories is when I worked at the stadium. They had an old timers game after a Giants Dodgers game, and you just saw all of the guys that were currently on the roster watching the game. And it's like, oh, they're all just baseball players. Like at the end of the day, they're all just baseball players. And it's a rivalry of respect. But like, if I saw a Dodger fraternizing with a Padre, like, do you remember how pissed off people got at Mookie for doing the podcast with Tatis during the playoffs?
Yes.
And I think he deserved it.
Absolutely.
That was the worst thing you could have possibly done.
Bad time.
If they had lost that series to the Padres, do you know Mookie might have been like run out of town. Mookie might have been run out of town at that point.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, you've convinced me. It's a rivalry, but it's just a small one.
Right. And hold on a sec. Like maybe in 2 years, no, because I feel like they have to be bad for a few years. But if they continue to be good, this little rivalry is going to continue to grow. Not that it's going to get bigger than the Giants, because that's just, it's been so long, dating back to like New York, right, with both teams there. So it's never going to go anywhere. But this thing with the Padres is a real thing. I mean, going back to Monday's game where Dylan Cease hits Andy Pages, and Andy Pages thinks it's on purpose. Then after the game, was it Manny Machado that said?
Yeah, it was Manny.
Manny Machado saying like, they have bigger players. Like we would go after a bigger name. That Tuesday night, we are recording this Tuesday night. Dodgers and Padres are playing right now, which is what we're kind of keeping you guys a little bit updated on. That's happening right now, Tuesday night. And then Dave Roberts gets ejected because they hit Ohtani on Tuesday night. And so like, this is all built up. Like, it's not a one-off thing. It's not just this one postseason. It's not last year where Tatis stuck his tongue out at us from the dugout. It's not one thing. It is a list of things that we can pull out and talk about how bad this blood is. And I agree, a short-ish amount of time, this is a rivalry because of the same division. Like it all adds to it. And the fact, Giants are good right now, but I don't know how good they are. And I know this is they're good. I don't know how good they really are. And I don't know what's going to happen come postseason. When postseason gets here, I'm pretty sure the Padres will probably be there. I just don't, when I look at the Giants roster, I'm like, you don't have a star. Not that you need a star, but their star might be, what is their
they do now.
Oh, well, duh. Hello, Rafael Devers.
Yeah.
Totally. Who I have been critical of because of how he handled his situation in Boston.
Yeah, that's the whole.
And he's been playing great as a designated hitter. So I don't like that Rafael Devers signed with the Giants because he does make them better and he has been playing well.
Yeah.
But I still don't know if it's going to be enough. I don't know what in 6 months, in 2 months, be saying.
You have no idea. I think that's my hot take that we can get more into when Ryan's back, because I don't know if he'll agree with me or not. I don't think either of these teams are that good between the
Mhm.
Giants and the Padres.
Okay.
The Padres can't score runs, and the Giants can't score runs.
Yeah.
And really, you want to like the only reason the division is close per se. I think the Dodgers have a 2-game lead. It's because the Dodgers are literally throwing out bullpen games twice a week at this point. Like, and they are fine with that. They don't care. They don't mind. Like, I've been stressing this all year. Like, they're not gonna shatter the wins record like everybody thought they were, because Blake Snell decided to blow up 2 weeks into the season, and Tyler Glass now doesn't know where he is half the time anymore. So yeah, like Paz single. He's 3 for 3. Yeah, they know who he is today. Yeah, so like I don't think either of those teams are that good, and those are famous last words for sure, because the Giants are almost assuredly going to be better with Rafael Devers once he gets settled.
Yeah.
I do think it is funny that you had baseball media like giving Buster Posey a nickname already. Someone called him Blockbuster Posey, and I'm like, really all he's done is sign Willy Adames, who's probably been one of the worst hitters in baseball so far this year, to a huge deal, and traded for Rafael Devers in a complete Nico Harrison situation. Because I firmly believe that if the Red Sox had said, "Hey, Rafael Devers is available," to the 29 other teams in the league, they could have gotten a much better package than what they did get for him.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it is what it is. But the man of the night, the man of the hour, is Andy Pages. As we mentioned, 3 for 3 tonight, 2 home runs. I think he homered yesterday, right?
I believe he did.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is on an insane run. Also, come a long way from me calling him Andy Pages for an entire podcast. So good for him. That was great. He is on pace, I think, I haven't looked at the actual numbers, but I think he's on pace for 30 home runs this year. An insane season that he is having, especially considering that everybody wanted to cast him away down to the minors 2 weeks into the season.
He didn't home run on Monday on Ohtani's debut on the mound. He hit a 3-run shot that was the go-ahead on Sunday against the Giants. That's what we're thinking of, because he was the hero just on Sunday night against the Giants. Dude, like I've been waiting for, not in a bad way, but I've been waiting for Andy Paz to come down to earth, to come back to reality, not in like a bad way. I'm just like, there's no way you can stay this hot. Andy Pages, like you said, you were calling him Andy Pages not long ago. And there was a moment where like maybe we all thought he needed to be, DFA'd for a second. Like all of this. And now here he is and still doing it, already surpassing his home runs from last year. And like you said, he's on track with, I can't believe it. Like, thank you, Andy Pages, for being like a legit, all-star.
No, 100%. If he's not, then it's rigged, and hopefully Dave gets a chance to put him in there. Because I can't name, in the National League, I can't name off the top of my head 3 better outfielders than him.
Yeah.
Like,
not right now.
No, not right now. You couldn't do it.
No, I couldn't do it.
He's been insanely good. Yeah, and I think for me, the big thing with Pages is just his turnaround defensively.
Yeah.
Because he was awful in center field. He looked lost almost every single time the ball was hit there. And he's just turned into really the Dodgers' everyday center fielder at this point, which is huge for them, because once again, they're injured and they don't know what to do. Like, Mookie Betts has completely transformed into a slap hitting infielder.
Yeah.
So I don't think that power that Mookie had for the last couple of years is coming back, because his bat speed has declined so precipitously.
Nice word.
Yes, thank you. So it's tough. It's tough for me to think that like there's a chance that Mookie's power comes back. So they really do need someone with that pop in the lineup that Pages is giving them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been great to see. And I mean, honestly, him and Ha-Seong Kim, I believe that's how you say his name.
Yes, I think you're right.
Kim needs to play every day. Like I don't know what this. I don't know what it is. I don't know. He's just got to be out there every day. I know that shortchange is probably Tommy Edman at this point, but Edman might be better as a super utility guy. But yeah, like Kim and Pages, really rewarding the Dodgers for being patient, as we were talking about pre-show. Like, that's why a guy like Michael Conforto is still in the lineup, because the Dodgers don't care about winning these games right now. They just don't. What they care about is seeing if these guys can pop off and get
Absolutely.
hot. So Conforto is going to get every chance to do that, just like they gave Pages every chance to do it, and hopefully they continue to give Kim every chance to do it. But yeah, shout out to Andy.
Shout out to Andy. And like everything you just said, I think it's really good for Andy Pages, not just that he's hitting, but that he now seems comfortable out there defensively. Even yesterday, he almost threw out Fernando Tatis Jr. on that sac fly. Almost threw him out. It was like he saw it in himself. He's like, I could have got this, like whatever it was, but everything seems to be clicking for him. And that helps the Dodgers, because we've talked about, like, we don't want a bunch of great utility players. If you're good at a bunch of things, you're a jack of all trades, but a
master of none. Yeah.
Correct. And so this is huge for the Dodgers, where it's like, we have a consistent center fielder. Great. That's what you do. Don't worry about anything else. Just do that. And with Kim, hopefully they see that. And it's like, you just be the second baseman. Like, really though, that's it. Make it so that Tommy Edman is our one actual super utility guy, because he does seem to be able to do it all. I'm comfortable putting Tommy Edman anywhere at any given point. And so, and in the lineup, like I trust him. But when you have so many Tommy Edmans, which is unfortunately one of the things that Chris Taylor, for him, out of all of like the utility players we have, you're the one that's least performing, unfortunately for you. So like you had to move on, because we also know Kike Hernandez, a great utility player, and he also lives to the moment. Whenever he
that's the one guy. Like anyone that calls the DFA, like I'm not doing that before the playoffs. I'm sorry. No chance. No chance.
No, and not just like he lives for the moment, but like he's also a clubhouse favorite. Like all the guys always talk about him. So it's like him and Edman. Yes, those are our utility guys. Let's make these other two this is your position. Make yourselves better. Get comfortable. Let it click. And that way we cruise, at the end of the season. Because I also agree with you, Beau, that I don't think they're worried about these games right now. I think they're just trying to get answers for later. And that's what they're figuring out. But they're getting the answers right now. They're like trying to see.
It's like basketball, right? Like when you have a team that has won a title already and knows what it takes to win, like they're not going to spend the 82 game regular season trying to win every single game that they can. They're going to win the games that they need to win, which is what you see the Dodgers do. I mean, we're short on time here, but like it's not. I don't think it's a coincidence that they kind of have struggled and scuttled along here, but then when they get to the Yankees, they lock in and they take 2 or 3. They get to the Padres, they lock in, they take 2 or 3. They get to the Giants, they lock in, they take 2 or 3. Like they, knock on wood, they're up 8-3 right now. So hopefully they take 2 or 4 from the Padres, like, or more. Like they are here to win the games that matter and get to the postseason healthy and alive. And then it would not shock me at all if this is a kind of team that like gets to the playoffs and just mows everybody down, as long as they get like one of their 2 starters back that are currently injured. Like, wouldn't shock me at all. But yes, and Andy Pages has such an arm. My God,
such an arm.
Fucking hose.
You're so right, because wasn't it long ago that like maybe the Angels swept us?
Like they got swept by the Angels, I think.
I'm pretty sure the Angels swept us, and like
they lost to the Mets.
Lost to, but whenever it is like those big games, they pull it out. They like realize, no, we have to take this one seriously.
They rise to the moment for sure.
They really, really, really do. And I don't know how many All-Stars are going to be Dodgers, but like we have several. We have several.
The voting, I think like they're all. It's so mean that they put Conforto on the voting updates, and he's like coming in at 15th or whatever.
Why
Like,
not? Let him be a part of the fun.
Oh, that's just cruel. I don't know the last time they posted the updates, but I think like everybody was like 1 or 2. Oh yeah, yesterday, Will Smith 1, Freddie 1, Edmund 2, Muncie 2, Mookie 2, Shohei 1,
Of course.
Teoscar 3, Andy 7, and then Conforto 15th. So you got room, Michael. If you get hot right now, you're gonna be at the All-Star game. I promise you, buddy.
Yeah, I feel like it's got. Maybe Will Smith should also be an all-star.
Yes, 100%. The only way he doesn't is if like I saw the Rockies were trying to get their catcher into the All-Star game, and I'm sorry, but you guys have 15 wins. You do not deserve an All-Star. I don't care.
But you know what?
They need to change that rule.
5 of those 15 wins came in like the last week, so
they're getting hot. Watch out.
Okay,
It's about to be rock lie, everybody. But Will Smith has to start the All-Star game.
Yeah,
he has to.
Yeah,
I would imagine Will, Freddie, and Ohtani are probably locks. I know Mets fans want Pete Alonso, but I'm sorry, there's no effing way you're getting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Mookie should probably start at shortstop. I don't know who else. I'm bad because I don't. Baseball's such a long season. I don't tune in to watch baseball games regularly. I don't know who else in the National League should start at shortstop. There's probably somebody that I'm not thinking of right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree that there might be somebody we're missing that's out there that probably has maybe better numbers right now than Mookie that can make the argument. Yeah. The one you hit it though. The one that is going to be interesting for me, it is going to be what happens with first base. With because Pete Alonso is having a good year, but Freddie Freeman is having a great year.
I didn't mention it during the Ohtani talk, but like I do think that Ohtani starting that game yesterday probably you can seal up the NL MVP, as we've talked about many times this year. Like one start should be enough for him on top of just still being the best hitter in baseball, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
One of the best hitters in baseball. Who am I missing? Oh yeah, Francisco Lindor is the top hitter shortstop. That makes sense. All right, that's fine. Yeah. Whatever. The Mets can have one. Pete Crow Armstrong, shout out to him. He's the leading vote getter right now in the outfield. He's a great player.
He has been really good.
Kyle Tucker, future Dodger, and then Teoscar. It would not shock me at all if they signed Kyle Tucker. That I'll put it out there right now. I think the Dodgers are going to sign Kyle Tucker in the offseason. But that is a long way away. We got to get through the All-Star game, the All-Star break, the second half, and the World Series.
And then we'll just
get into that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there any other business for us to attend to?
No, man.
I think that's everything, right?
Yep.
Ohtani's back.
Padres are rivals.
Yeah.
Andy Pages is not coming back down to earth, and I ain't even mad about it.
Yep. I think that's everything. Well, that sums it up.
That sums it up.
I've got nothing left.
No, I've got nothing left. We can't wait for Ohtani again, and I hope they do it again.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, guess what? Tomorrow he's going out there.
It'd be cool if they did it randomly, 8 days rest, 9 days rest.
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
Yeah.
Just see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? His arms falls off? Oh no.
Yeah. What happened? Oh, we need a closer? Oh, there goes Ohtani.
That would be sick though.
That would be so bad. He gets some saves too. Sick. Stop.
Oh man. All right. She is Monse Bolaños. I'm Beau Benson. Maybe Ryan will be back in a couple weeks. I don't know. When you do see him again, he's going to be married.
A married man.
Different last name. Filipino. It's going to be crazy. We are proud of him and we're excited for him. But also, I cannot wait for this week to be over.
Yep.
Poor
me
guy.
too. Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. This is the Dodger Zone, Sick Podcast, the Dodger Zone. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast, the Dodger Zone, on YouTube, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.